needs to be easy, and I'm going to say the level of each piece I perform for you today, so you can figure out which is going to be right for you. And then number 2, it must be easy to read and understand. The sheet music must be easy to look at, and big notes makes it easier, especially if you have any vision limitations. And number 3, you should be able to watch somebody else playing it. So when you're teaching yourself, it's useful to be able to hear somebody playing it, to hear the rhythm, see their fingers. Always helps. And it's best if you can learn the piece with a video that teaches you bit by bit. That's the easiest way to teach yourself. So all the pieces that I'm going to be playing today fit into those categories. They are easy to learn, but also they're available as my video lessons where I teach you bit by bit, very, very thoroughly. So I'm going to share some quotes in between the songs, and the quotes that are from other people are actually people who have taught themselves these very songs, and it's quite fun to hear their little success stories of enjoying learning them. So I'm going to get started. The first one will be Scarborough Fair, such a lovely one to play on the harp. Some of these pieces you may have heard me play before, but there's going to be some surprises that you probably haven't heard, so stick around to hear them all. So that was a shortened version of Scarborough Fair. I left out the repeat because I just wanted to give you a little taste, but it would be double that length when you play it. And there's links in the description box to be able to get the sheet music and the video lesson for each of these songs. And afterwards, I'll also put a link up in the cards where you can go to get all the video lessons. So let's move on to the next one. This is going to be Mahogany Moon. Let me find it in my music here. And the quote we have is from Connie Loporto, and she said, so sweet, "I managed to brave up to a video for my brother-in-law's funeral. We couldn't go to France to be with family, so I sent a video of Mahogany Moon. The surprise to me was they used it to lay him to rest at the ceremony. They played her video. They thanked me so much, it made them feel like we were there. I was so touched." Wow. It's such a privilege to have somebody use Mahogany Moon at such a special moment. Okay, so this is Mahogany Moon. It has G sharps. If you don't have G sharp levers, you can just tune your G string until it shows as a G sharp or an A flat on your tuner. Okay. So, Kev's telling me there's a comment I need to look at. Christy Lynn, we couldn't hear the first 2 points. Could you repeat them? Oh dear. Okay. So the first 2 points at the beginning of the video, I guess. For harp pieces to be easy to teach yourself, number one, it mustn't be too difficult. Some pieces sound easy, but they're actually hard on the harp, and they don't fit well under your fingers. So these pieces all are, and I'm saying I said I'm supposed to say the level of each piece to help you choose what's right for you. So I'll update you on that in a moment. And number two is it must be easy to read and understand. It must be easy to see as you look at the page, and so big notes always make it easier. So the 2 pieces I did so far, Scarborough Fair is a late beginner piece. Check that, yep. And Mahogany Moon is an early beginner piece. And the third one is going to be You Raise Me Up. The third point as well. Okay, I'll get back to the third point, but I'm about to play You Raise Me Up, which is an early intermediate piece. The third point is you need to be able to watch someone else playing the piece. When you're teaching yourself, that is super helpful to be able to watch their fingers, to hear the rhythm of it. It really helps. Oops, light went out. Okay, Kev will fix that, I'm sure. Okay, and I wanted to, there's nothing for me to say about You Raise Me Up. I'm just going to get straight to it. This is a really fun one to play. You might have seen my music video of it recently, but this is how it goes. Okay, on to the next one. So, number 4 is a late beginner one. Some of you may have even tried this yourself already, and hopefully it will be fun to hear me play it again. This is Sally Gardens, and I have a lovely quote here from Deborah Chen. She said, "When I first tried Sally Gardens, I was so excited, I ran to my husband and said, 'I made that! I got the whole melody!' My heart sees the hope." Are there any of you who have tried Sally Gardens from the video lesson? That's the free video lesson for this one. And if you've tried it, Can you resonate with what Deborah said about your heart seeing the hope and just enjoying being able to play it through? Put it down in the comments. I'd love to hear from you if you've been using the free lesson of Sally Gardens. And there's a link down in the description box for those of you who haven't tried it yet. It's exciting for me to hear some of you playing that. I've heard a few videos of some of you playing Sally Gardens so beautifully, and I always love to hear that. So keep on sending those videos my way. It makes me so pleased to know that that you're enjoying it. So the next one is Amazing Grace, and there's a comment about that too. This is from Laurie Westerman. She said, I always wanted to learn Amazing Grace, but every version of the sheet music was so complex I never tried to learn it. With your video lessons, I learned it over the weekend. Yo! Thank you, she says. That is very impressive, Laurie. And whenever people thank me for this kind of thing, I say, well, it doesn't happen without you putting in the hard work. So I'm glad that it can help you, but well done, Laurie, for putting in all that work over that weekend. So this is Amazing Grace, and it's mid-beginner. And you can repeat it, of course. Okay, next we have another intermediate one. That's why I have to reach down for my intermediate folder. And this is Over the Rainbow. So, or somewhere over the rainbow, I guess. There's someone here, a comment from Janine from Germany. She just said, I just want to thank you for your video lesson Over the Rainbow. I bought it on Sunday, and on Thursday I literally jumped through the living room because I made it through the beautiful piece fluently. The video lessons helped me so much on working concentrated and thoroughly. So Janine from Germany. That was one of my favorite quotes ever, to imagine Janine literally jumping through the living room. So I don't know whether she was jumping up in one spot or she was jumping around like Tigger or like a bunny. But I love that picture of how much joy she had from being able to play it through thoroughly. Thanks for sharing that, Janine. And let's play through Over the Rainbow, and maybe some of you will jump with joy from hearing it. Probably not. But maybe if you learn it, you will feel something like that. That one's so relaxing. So some of these arrangements I wrote with my brother-in-law, Kevin, and he's sitting actually here right behind the computer screen, helping me with the live stream. So well done, Kevin. That was a good one. That was definitely more him than me, actually. It was really beautiful. This next one is one that you might want to learn in time for Christmas. It's a beautiful arrangement. Again, this one was with Kevin. He did a lot of the work. Of O Come Emmanuel, which is Kevin's favorite Christmas carol. It's just so like mystical sounding and contemplative, and yeah, it just brings that Christmas atmosphere. So I recommend start soon so you're ready for Christmas. So this is Late Beginner, O Come Emmanuel. So relaxing. I love it when a piece has space in it like that. So it really allows people who are listening to just relax and probably start falling asleep. So this next one is Caledonia. A lovely Scottish song. Speaks about love of the homeland. And I always think about this song when I'm feeling a bit homesick or a bit nostalgic for old times. Caledonia really hits the spot. So this is Late Beginner Harp, Caledonia. you to be able to play those tunes you know and love, but I always try to make those arrangements as simple as they can possibly be, considering that beginners want to be able to play these pieces, these songs that they love. So that one, the melody's there, but it just doesn't feel, it could have been so much harder, and so it's nice to be able to play that without too much work. Okay, this one is for those of you who have been listening to all of these songs and you just are so amazed and you can't wait to be able to play them, but it's just not quite the right time for you yet, because you're only just starting, or you're only just thinking of starting the harp. Or for those of you who want to be able to just whip something up in one day, maybe if you're a little bit more advanced. So this is a very simple piece called After the Rain. It's early beginner, and yep, it's for many people the first piece they ever learn. Kind of cool, but it still sounds good. I got a bit carried away with that one. I kind of sped up a bit because I was enjoying it so much. Of course, you can play it much slower than that, and it will feel easier. Is there anything I need to check in with the comments, Kev? Are we doing okay? Great. Awesome. Okay, so let's keep on going to the next one. I hope you're feeling inspired, and maybe one or two of these you've never heard before. Let me know down in the comments if there's any of these songs that you've just suddenly felt inspired to learn and you can't wait to get started. I'm so excited for you. So this is Loch Lomond, and it is mid-beginner. classic Scottish song. I'm always surprised when I hear of people who don't recognize that tune, but maybe that's because I have Scottish family background, so that "you'll take the high road and I'll take the low road," that's kind of just like so familiar to me. But how about you? Is it one that you know, or are some of these new things that you've never heard before? So this next one is Awe and Wonder, another original one that all of these are either my arrangements with Kevin or arrangements on my own, or some of them are original pieces, so Awe and Wonder is one of those. And I wrote it thinking about how amazing God is to have created such beautiful nature. We've only got 2 more to go. We're almost there. Thanks for joining me up to this point. Hopefully it's been relaxing for you as well to listen to somebody else play instead of you putting in all the hard work. So just 2 more. This second last one is This Is My Father's World. And yeah, it's Late Beginner. Do you have any last questions? Let me know now as I'm playing this last tune, and I will answer them. And I'm sure there's going to be some, yeah, I'll answer whatever questions you have just after I finish playing this. So very excited to be here and have you all watching. Thanks for joining in. And I'll answer your questions in a moment. This is I Need Thee Every Hour. Very appropriate right now. And it's a late beginner piece. Are there any questions for us? Christy Lynn, I get your video lessons now, but is it possible to go back for ones I missed? Mahogany Moon. That's a great question, Liz. I think she's talking about being part of the video lesson club where you get one every month. And things are about to change, so I'm hesitant to explain right now in the video because this video is going to be available for a long time and the structure is going to change. So Liz, send us an email and we'll answer how things are right now. And it's going to change in the next few months. But thanks for being in the video lesson club. That's a much more affordable way or cheaper way to get the video lessons every month, and it's great motivation to keep on learning. Ice Storm Production says, how many strings recommended for an absolute beginner? Well, all of these pieces are possible to play on a 26-string harp and bigger, and many of them on a 22-string harp. But if you want to make sure that most beginner sheet music works for you, 26 strings is great. 22 strings is fine, but you'll have to make a few adjustments, and anything smaller than that, you're going to have to be flexible to change some arrangements because it's harder to find sheet music. I think those are there any other questions specifically about these pieces or any of the video lessons themselves? We'll answer other ones in the comments afterwards. Just want to keep things very relevant for now as I'm chatting to you, and you're always welcome to ask me more questions via email or in the comments, and I'll get back to you that way. But thank you so much everyone for joining. Keep on going. I know it's a bit scary to teach yourself sometimes, but it's also super exciting, and I'm doing everything I can to help you have the resources you need so that teaching yourself can feel like a victory and feel like you're not alone and you've got all the support you need. That's what I'm aiming for. So keep up the good work. Well done for working so hard on your harp playing, and keep on pushing yourself to share it with others because it can really make a big difference in the world. The world needs your harp music. Keep up the good work.